Sawadee Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. I'm Kim Sangug, the Executive Director of National Asian Cultural Center of Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism of Republic of Korea. Today, I would like to explain to you about Korean cultural content industry policy and the role of the National Asian Cultural Center, ACC. Firstly, I would like to introduce the formation and the development of Korean cultural content industry policy. Then let's first look at the definition of the cultural content industry. In 1944, Adorno and Horkheimer first used the term culture industry in their books, Dialectic of Enlightenment. In Korea, the term content was first used in the Online Digital Industry Development Act in 2002. And then the term cultural content was first used in the Cultural Industry Promotion Act in 2006. In Korean Act, cultural content industry is defined. Firstly, content. Content is codes, text, images, colors, sounds, voices, and videos, etc. Next, cultural content is content that embodies cultural elements. Cultural element means include the artistry, creativity, entertainment, leisure, popularity. So, what is the cultural content industry? Cultural content industry means an industry that plan, develop, produce, distribute, consume, and provide service related to cultural content that creates economic added value. So next, we will look at importance of the cultural content industry. The changes in industry over time are as follows. In the analog economy, manufacturing industry is central. In the digital economy, IT industry is core. And in the creative economy, the creative industry or cultural industry is key. The reason why cultural content industry is important is that in case of Korea, Korean culture content increased interest in Korea. Next, elevates the image of Korea, leads to purchase of Korean product, and ultimately leads to visit to Korea. This means the cultural content industry is connected to the tourism industry. The brief of the Korean cultural content industry history, industry policy is as follows. In 1994, President Kim Young-sam said during New Year address, he said, we must foster high value-added culture industries and address general industrial products in cultural clothing to enhance their competitiveness. By order of President, the Art Promotion Bureau and the Language and Linguistic Literature Publication Bureau were cooperated to create the Cultural Industry Bureau. As one of the results in 1996, the Busan International Film Festival was created. At this time, I was working in the film promotion division of the Cultural Industry Bureau and was in charge of the creation the Busan International Film Festival. There was many things to do that had never been done before. In President Kim Dae-jung's inauguration speech in 1998, he said the cultural content industry is a foundational industry of the 21st century. Accordingly, Japanese popular culture was open to Korea, and the National PC project and the nationwide internet access project was implemented. This became the foundation of the cultural content industry. And the budget was significantly increased, and the Korea Creative Content Agency, we call it KOCA, was established. Along with this, the Framework Act on the Promotion of Cultural Industry, which is the legal base, was created. And the Cultural Industry Promotion Fund was created to provide financial support. In addition, local cultural industry complexes were created to provide infrastructure support. At this time, most of the cultural content industry support system were created. Next, we will look at the Hallyu, the Korean wave, as an overseas expansion of the Korean cultural content industry. People looking at the Korean wave, Hallyu, let's look at some examples of how Korea engaged in cultural exchange 100 years ago. Korean Buddhism was introduced to Japan in the 6th centuries, and the similarity between Korea and the Japanese Buddhist statues explain the cultural exchange. Do you think the two statues look similar? Yeah, strictly speaking, the materials used in the two statues are different. The Korean one is made of gilt bronze, while Japanese one is made of wood. So different. A Korean calligraphy master, Kim Jong-hee, became famous in China in the 19th centuries, and his works was introduced in China and received much acclaim. Kim's teachers were Chinese calligraphy masters, and he was greatly influenced by them. However, he became famous because he created his own unique writing style. To introduce Korean culture, Korea first participated in the Chicago Expo in 1893 and made a Korean pavilion at the Paris Expo in 1900. At the time, the main exhibits were Korean daily necessaries and cultural and artistic works, such as the musical instrument. Musical instrument returned to Korea after 100 years from Paris. So it is 2000 that musical instrument is returned to Korea and are now on display at the National Gugak Center. This effort of Korean exchange in Korea was recently raised to Hallyu, the Korean wave. The meaning and the concept of Hallyu are as follows. Before 1999, the term Hallyu was used in Taiwan to refer to Korean products and businesses. At the time, Taiwan and Korea were competitors in the international market. The term Hallyu officially began to used in 1999 when Korean media outlet began using a term that has been officially published in a Chinese newspaper. The newspaper's head title was "The Korean Wave is Coming." If you read Korean Wave in Chinese character, it becomes Hallyu. At that time, there was a K-pop performance by a Korean idol group called HOT in Beijing, China. And the term Hallyu became known through article about them. So at first, Hallyu was used in various meanings, such as huge excitement for Korean culture, spring of Korean popular culture fever, and super popular in China and the other Chinese-speaking countries. The meaning of the term Hallyu was now expanded. It is related to Korean popular culture, art, and lifestyle, targeting the entire world. It refers to the behavior of purchasing all Korean products and services, and even traveling to Korea. Meanwhile, Hallyu has also evolved and developed. If we call the Hallyu 1.0, which started in 1995 with Korean drama, 대장금, Winter Sonata, etc., were very famous in Asia. Then we can call the Hallyu 2.0, which is centered around the idol K-pop group. At the time, 동방신기, Girls' Generation, Super Junior were very famous in Asia. Also, the period when it expanded to cover all Korean culture is called the Hallyu 3.0. At the time, BTS, Blackpink, Korean novel, Korean food were spread. Especially, I like the Blackpink because Lisa is a member of Blackpink. Lisa was a Blackpink member, so I like it, Blackpink. This classification may vary depending on the scholar, but it is based on the classification by the Korean government. So, what will next Hallyu 4.0 look like? Perhaps Hallyu 4.0 will have the following characters: simultaneous domestic and international, relative content, easy access, and the use through global platform, communicating with the world through storytelling, international distribution of content derivatives. And what the Hallyu 4.0 is aiming for is, the first is exchanges and cooperation. This includes various human exchanges and the attitude of accepting other cultures. The second is diversity. This means that there is a need for diverse materials, genre production, and support for artists. The third is social status for creative talents. For this, copyright protection, contract dispute resolution, and the improvement of working conditions are necessary. I believe that National Asian Cultural Center, ACC, I work in ACC, is the place that is truly realizing the goals of Hallyu 4.0 that we have discussed about. From now on, I would like to explain the role and the challenge of ACC, which is in charge of the expanding Hallyu. Is ACC
ACC, where various creative Asian cultures harmonize together. Asia Culture Center has opened its door wide toward the world. The Forest of Light. ACC is a building in which architectural beauty of humanities stand out. The new building has established a space underground where every citizen can freely communicate with one another. It creates a forest of light as the light on the earth fills the building underground in every corner through the skylight, while the light underground shines the ground park. ACC is a place of international exchange where artists from Asia and all over the world gather together and create art of tomorrow. It is also a complex art institution of creation and production based on Asian culture. ACC will be a platform of convergence and creation that communicates with the world with the infinite potential of Asian culture. ACC Archive and Research studies and collects Asian cultural resources and allows people to view and experience the data and contents through the library park and web space. It is creating an open culture through a participatory citizen cultural education and the fostering of professional cultural human resources. ACC Creation, which makes imagination come true, is a lab-based contents creation and production space that plans and develops convergence and complex contents integrating humanities, art, and advanced science. Innovative, novel thoughts and the traditional values of Asia will impassion people greatly through the cooperation and imagination of artists. ACC Theater will create and produce the best contemporary works with popular appeal and artistry, and present free, creative performance culture on the stage of passion through innovative space. ACC Children, the largest children's cultural facilities in Korea, holds experience activities, education, and performances based on various Asian culture. Here, children will be able to develop an ability to interact and empathize with the world by fully exhibiting their unlimited imagination. Consisting of contents that sublimated the noble spirit of Gwangju 518 into the values of democracy, human rights, and peace, ACC Cultural Exchange will become the center of cultural exchange and international cooperation network. As the dynamic energy of Asian culture, moving toward the world, beyond the boundaries of nations and people, and the division of genres and formats, ACC's cultural values will make the most creative and innovative cultural flow in this era, where you can meet today's art and tomorrow's culture. ACC, Asia Culture Center.
How about that? It's good? Yes. Okay. First of all, I would like to introduce Gwangju City because our ACC is located in Gwangju. Gwangju is the sixth largest city in Korea, hosts Gwangju Biennale, and was selected as UNESCO Media Arts City. It is also a democratic city through the democratization movement 1980. And I would like to exactly introduce the ACC. First, ACC's mission is to proliferate Asian culture values through the exchange, the convergence of art, culture, and technology. ACC's vision is global culture and art organization leading the creation of new values in Asian culture and art. ACC opened in 2015 and it is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. 3.2 million people visited the ACC in 2024. The cumulative number of visitors so far is 90 million. 1,910 works has been made and created since ACC opened. The main task of ACC are as follows. First is international exchange. ACC become a window for mutual understanding and communication through exchange among Asian countries. Second is Asian culture research and utilization. It collects and preserves Asian cultural resources and produce new content. The third is creation and production. It means world-class convergence, content creation, and becoming production center. The fourth is performance. It is to become a creative production, the platform that leads Asian the performing art. The fifth is education. It provides Asian art and culture education for everyone and carried out professional artist training and development education. Sixth is festivals and events. It provides diverse cultural experience in outdoor stages. As mentioned above, I would like to introduce recent effort to realize this according to main task of ACC. First, in order to understanding Asian culture, we are introducing and teaching the Central Asia traditional games. The exhibits in the photo are Kyrgyzstan game tools. There is Chuko and Togo's Korugul. It is very strange. In addition, the Southeast Asian Museum was established in 2024 to understand the Asian culture. And Indian dance was taught for Asian cultural education. Meanwhile, the cultural market is also held every year. The Asian Cultural Week is held every year to introduce various Asian cultures and art. ACC exhibits works by Asian artists and also promote cooperation with Asian countries, such as Vietnam, Kyrgyzstan, and Mongolia. Asian culture and artist events are held annually, including the Asian Traditional Orchestra Performance, Asian Literature Festival, and Asian Screen Dance. In conclusion, ACIS views cultural exchange as a new Korean Web Hallyu 4.0. It has principles for such exchanges. First, it views Asian culture and art from an Asian perspectives. Second, it eliminates prejudice against Asian culture and respect each other and each culture. Third, it promotes the convergence and creation of new culture by deepening cultural understanding among Asian countries. This concludes my presentation. I like Thailand films such as Ong Bak and Langjong and TV commercials. Finally, I hope the Royal Thai government and the Thailand Creative Culture Agency, TACA, will make Thailand wave worldwide. Thank you for listening. ขอบคุณครับ